the other side of the United States. So this is the States, this is Canada, Mexico. Wharton is here, and today we will see slides and content from Berkeley University, which is in California. And it's known for being a very technical university, so there's more programming. And they have a very good course and slides called DataX. It has lots of resources. So we'll see what they're doing, what they're thinking, and so on. And then if we have time, we'll finish our Python notebook Titanic stuff. Sounds good? Right, so the last session, and Jumana has made a chatbot. So I thought we could check. Did you check her chatbot?
No, it gave me a notification, but no, it gave me only yours.
Okay, that means they didn't check it.
I sent it actually to Aisha, also she checked it.
Right.
Do we have to share this laptop?
You don't have to share, but did you do it small? Do you want to share it with us?
See.
Yeah, I think it's very good. So we can learn from each other good programming tricks and hooks. Another keyword. Do you know what's a hook? A hook is some trick, some conversational trick, cute emoji you send, something that makes the user addicted to your website or service, that makes him come back. It's called hooks.
Oh.
There's a very famous book called Hook or Hooked, I don't remember now. It's yellow. Everybody has it. It's horrible also. It's called Hooked. It explains you how to hook people to your website. Nir Eyal. Hook.
Oh, it's like secrets.
Yes, well, not anymore, right? That's Hooked. That's a book. Do you see it?
It's a book.
It's a book that explains how Facebook and all these companies use psychological tricks to hook you. Gamification, guilt. Oh, you didn't come to chat with me for 3 weeks, even though you're a robot. That's guilt. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So that's one thing. Awesome. So why don't we check Jumana's, who wants to check Jumana's chatbot? Shall we check it?
I will check.
Let's check it. So I am going to check it. Let's see.
Hello.
Shall I share
Check, can you reshare it on Slack? Oh, I found it. Here it is. Da-da-da-da-da. It's not opening, why not? Cannot see it. Let's see if it opens here. I need to log in. It's not opening on my laptop now, I don't know why. It was opening before. Establishing secure connection. What's wrong with you, Habibi? Are we in room 1204? Okay. No internet. No. Okay. All right, Jumana, could you explain to us? Oh, you cannot see it in addition to that. So I'm seeing the first page. It says Lean. Can you all log in into Jumana's place?
The link is on Slack.
Is there a link here?
I think on Slack yesterday.
I don't have internet.
Oh, yes.
Matar, what's up?
So what's the problem here? Why not? We don't want to log in?
Let's see, I'm trying. This tech is so complicated.
I think that I'm sending to the page.
The internet is so slow, it doesn't work. When I log in into the internet here, are we in room 1016, right?
Wi-Fi?
No, damn it. The Wi-Fi is very bad.
Oh, it's fine. It's UAE Wi-Fi. And it's fine. It's fast.
Now I got it. Oh, God. Something wrong with this Wi-Fi, really. Now we got it. 1762. It was logging into the other classroom. I don't know why, don't ask me. Okay, let's see if we can have it.
You shared yours, Abdul Wahab, yeah?
Thank you.
Show me your chatbot and I'll show you mine.
Yes.
Finally, I got it. Can you see it? See? Absolutely. How's that? All right. So, can you see it? So I'm going to reset the chatbot. Let's see. I forgot how to reset it because I don't see it. There was a reset button. Notification, rate experience, learn smart.
By my finger.
Something's on delete. Delete. I don't see the reset button, so I'll start over again. Now, this is the page that you made, right? It's called Learn Smart, so it's a landing page. It's very nice. I'm going to increase the size. And then I could go to message. So if you're on Facebook, you would see a pop-up. And now the first thing I see is I have to click. So I'm going to count the number of clicks. Matar, you're in charge of counting the number of clicks. 1, right? Okay. So get started. Oh my God, she knows my name. I love it. Hi, Jose. Nice to meet you. Your world of learning math smart. Do you like math? That's very nice. But you could introduce yourself like I'm Jose. I'm Melody. You know? Yeah.
I said welcome to your room. So I said that this is the world of learning now.
People don't like to talk to machines. They like to talk to people.
Okay. So it's better to provide them with the feeling that there is someone really behind this chat.
Even if it's fake.
Yeah, so this is Jumana, I'm from this is I actually imagined only my students logging to this only. So for my students, okay, I can say that this is Miss Jumana, I'm talking to you, you can proceed with it. Okay. Sense of a human, like, there's a human contacting you. I understood.
What do you prefer, to talk to a human or to talk to a machine?
Humans, sure.
Anybody here prefers to talk to a machine? Really? Well, there's a lot of studies, Jumana, there's a lot of studies that show that when you put eye and face and you anthropomorphize, this is called anthropomorphication, anthropomorphize something, you will feel more empathy for that thing, and therefore you will like it more.
What does it call?
Anthropomorphism. Anthropomorphic means shape of human. Anthro means human. Anthropology means the science of studying the humans. Anthropology. Morph means shape. Anthropomorphic means human shape. It's something we invent to make you, to make you feel.
Convey feelings.
No, to make students, make them lost. Instead of saying human shape, we say anthropomorphism, which means human shape. When something has a human shape, we feel more empathy for it. There's a lot of research about it. Do you believe it? Yes? But do you believe it? Yeah? For example, what do you think of killing a dog? It's bad or good? What about a horse? Do you think it's bad? Yeah. What about a cow? You think it's okay? Kill a cow? Cow, yes. I know, but it's okay. What about a coconut? It's okay to cut the coconut tree and eat the coconut? It's okay. What about the fish? Fish? Let's rate how comfortable you feel about killing something, okay? So anyway, if you do it. Oh! I'm gonna make a chart. I love making charts. Maybe here. Let's say I'm gonna put a fish here. How comfortable, if you're 100% comfortable here and 0% comfortable here, how comfortable are you? Not comfortable at all? I'm going to change the scale. 100% okay to kill the fish to eat it, 0% okay. How do you feel?
1,000.
Who would kill the fish to eat it if you're hungry?
0%.
You not kill fish. Are you vegetarian?
No, but because I want it to be high. Like, I want this.
Do you feel comfortable eating fish?
Yeah. So 100%.
You too? Raise your hands. 100% of the class feels comfortable. Very good.
Yeah, but why 100 is down and 0 is up?
It's a visualization technique that if you remember from the last class,
Yeah.
you will see why now, very quickly. What about
The pyramid
something like that? What about, yeah, what about, what about a cow? How comfortable you feel eating a cow?
Eating?
To kill it. You be steak. Hamburger. You go to, who went to McDonald's in the last month? Who ate beef? Who ate beef? Nobody?
In McDonald's, no, but I eat.
I like the chicken stuff. I'm gonna move the cow here and I'm gonna put the chicken here. Chicken. You? Do you eat chicken?
I eat chicken and beef, not
Okay, you are an outlier, but
I am allergic to.
chicken, okay, yeah. The cow. What do we do with the cow? Anybody here eating cow?
Yes, really.
Confess, confess. It's like 60% of the class. What about horse? Horse. Anybody eating horse meat?
No.
No.
No. What about monkey? Monkey. Monkey. Anybody would eat a monkey? What about another human?
Another human?
Yes. How comfortable you feel like eating? You don't feel comfortable, right? As I expected. Now let's connect the dots. Connect the dots, look at this. So I ordered these guys by how likely they look like a human. So the more likely, the more it looks like a human, the more empathy we feel for it. And because we humans are not cannibalistic in general, we reject the idea. And it's not based on any scientific, because this meat is bad for you. No. Okay? It's bad. It's based on this. You eat camel. Yeah, but camel doesn't look like a human. Like a cow, maybe, yeah? Camel would be around here, right? Or probably here. Does it make sense? Chatbot, the same. If the user thinks, oh, it's a machine, and there are studies on that, you can find it. They treat them badly.
Yeah, okay. So we have to personalize it as much as we can.
It depends on your objective. Do you want to get more satisfaction for the user? Usually they get more when they feel that it's a human, even though it's a fake one. And you can use this trick. Does it make sense? So you can name it, and you will see that most chatbots have a name, and and they have a face and stuff like that. If you want the opposite effect, you can also do it. You can use it for. Sounds good? Anyway, that's 1 point. How many clicks? 2 at the moment. Welcome. Can I say no? What happens if I say no? I'm going to say no, because
You don't like math.
no. Oh, yeah, you can read. Can you read it? Yes.
I said, oh, do you want to learn it through fun? Because they don't like it, so I'm
Still
trying
in
to.
math, but it's another way.
Jumana, what?
I'm providing another option for them.
What?
Usually, if they don't like math, I'm providing the option of, oh, do you want to learn it through fun? Maybe when they see the word fun, they will
What happens if I say no here?
try.
You can. It's okay to give only one option.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it's the only option. It's okay.
What if they don't like?
Because
Thank you. And
goodbye, right? Okay, yeah, what I thought. It's okay to give a button, and sometimes you will see many chatbots, they do that. You have one button
And
that
how-
makes no sense, like say, oh yes, let's do it, only option. I love math, yes, it's the only option. What? Yes, why? So the function of this button is not for you to get the info, it's to make sure that he read the message. And the click is like, it's like saying, I read the message, show me the next slide in a fun way, in a human way.
Okay, yeah.
Ask a silly question like, are you ready?
Okay.
Because you don't want to put the following slide together with the first one because it's too much information. Splitting information is very important, you did very well. So here you could delete this button, right?
Got it, yeah.
How many clicks?
So here it was enough if I say that, okay, so let's learn it together through fun, and then he clicks. If we click yes,
Yeah.
it will take him to our website, I think, learning something.
Yeah. So here, smart math. This is you did very well here. Do you like math, or are you ready to have fun with math? And the only option, continue. Okay, let's do it. So these and these are very similar. So I think they are redundant, maybe, right?
It's because here I gave them the option of learning it through fun in case, because you put no, they don't like math. If they click yes, there will not be this message. They will start the learning issue. If you click yes, yes.
Okay, so if that was, okay, before we start, tell me if you,
Struggle.
yeah, if you have math when you learn math or not. That's it. If that's what, if you have fun when you are learning math or not. There's also a slider, like you can say, hey, rate how much you had learning math in the
Great.
past.
it's like a rating.
Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, I get it. So let's say yes.
Yes, and then I suggest a website for them, and that's it. This is kind of learning through fun.
Very good. That's excellent. So you gave resource.
Yeah.
So you learn something about the user, you classify it, and this is what you need. Prescriptive.
Exactly.
Very good. Let's give it a hand.
But go through yes, please. Yes is nicer. You go.
I said yes.
No, not this one. The upper yes.
Oh, ah.
Do you like math? Yes, you like math. And now the journey will start. Multiplication of division.
That's awesome.
Yeah, those multiplication of division. Do you know 5 times 8?
Of course I know. It's 37.
37. Okay, says.
Wrong answer. Oh no, I'm traumatized forever.
Wrong answer. Do you want more explanation, I say?
The same as before, right?
Yeah. It was better to say, let's have more explanation on it.
Yes.
Then I gave them a picture, a resource to show 5 times 8.
Very good.
And then back to me.
Try again.
It's not to try again because I thought it's silly to try again. If it's not 37, it will be 40. So it was not smart.
What is your objective with this?
My objective is to see their levels, and based on their levels, I convert them to a website or another resource to help them.
That's awesome. If that was not your objective, if your objective was to make them come back to you again and again and again,
Yeah.
a hook, you could use a hook of gamification, like little rewards like flowers and
Collecting points.
that's what they use in games, right? It's like a game. Another one, very important, is self-discovery. People love to learn about themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you know that?
True.
I didn't know that. Did you know that?
It's funny. We follow for the character and the horoscope.
Horoscope. It's in every newspaper in the world. It's PS, means it's. Any believer in horoscope here? No, right?
We don't, but we like reading.
You like it because you learn about yourself. So, it's a universal need. The need to learn about yourself.
So, for example, I can assess them. Like I can give them the assessments or the information about themselves at the end of the chat. Today you are in this level. Today you are in that level.
People love to see your evolution chart. People love to learn what type am I? I'm introvert, extrovert. That's why these tests are so popular. Can you name any website driven by self-discovery? Where self-discovery is the main mechanism of addiction.
Not a specific website, but
There is a very famous one.
famous.
Not all addictions are bad, by the way. Yeah. What about Pinterest? What do you think is the main driver of?
Yeah, Pinterest.
What's wrong with Pinterest? Or what's good?
What's good that when we like and we start saving the pictures, they always start giving us, oh, these are pictures you may like, pictures you may like. They started knowing our style.
And you learn about yourself like, oh my God, I love these kind of pictures. Yes. And that's why people go back and back to Pinterest. I mean, some big part of the users of Pinterest.
Yeah,
It's a hook.
As a teacher, I'm one of them.
What's the hook of Facebook? I guess there are many. But I guess
There are many.
it's the news feed, right? They give you these news that make you addicted, they're very interesting.
News.
The news, they're very good with the news, AI,
Yeah.
with the news. Sounds good?
What's the website?
Facebook. There's a website. Do you know this website called Facebook? Okay, cool. Awesome. Yes? Wonderful. So that's fantastic. Good job. I think your chatbot deserves 5 points.
Out of.
5.
Oh, thank you.
5 points, Jumana Harsha. Chatbot. Okay, who's next?
I pasted mine.
You pasted yours? Let's check it. It's called HobbyBot. Did you just program it in 5 minutes?
No.
Okay, you tell me what to do then. Is this your shop website?
No.
Why didn't you do your shop website?
I thought of that, but then I thought that people want to see actual material, like actually be there, see the design, see the things.
Yes,
It's
so
a very flexible job.
what's the problem?
No, the problem is, for example, if I want to buy something, I'm not relying on chatbot. I want to go physically to the store and see what's the text, the textile, material.
Everybody agrees with this?
I think chatbot would help in a way or another. It might help.
I thought of this, but then I thought that
Showing pictures and
it's wrong.
it will take time for people to change their mentality, doctor, to change their mentality to rely on it.
Well, when they don't buy like that, they physically go.
If
They
we are
go.
talking about
I go
fashion,
to somewhere
yeah,
and
yeah.
see the textile.
This is if you want to, for the to purchase. But the chatbot, the purpose of chatbot will not be to perform transactions. You can do for booking an appointment to come and see you, for example, like the appointment you did now.
I am convinced. I am convinced.
What?
I am convinced.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Convinced me.
Were you not in the class the other day?
I was
So I show you my dad's,
painting, yeah.
and you saw it's not for, it's just for the hours and directions and that's it, no? So people don't call, which is expensive,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's super important. Like, you may get one customer for free, basically, which is one more sale for just. It's like free advertisement. Anyway, so what did you do your chatbot about?
A hospital chatbot.
Or right, interesting, HospiBot. I love it. Okay, get started. How many clicks? 1. Type message. Oh, okay. So what happened here? I cannot read the message. I missed it, and you throw me 2 things. Is this normal or it's a mistake?
No, it's a mistake. I was greeting.
So okay, so that's one thing we don't want, right? Because now I missed it, and I have to scroll up. You wasted 2 milliseconds of my time, and it's like when you talk, somebody talks too fast, like blah, 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 blah. It's the same. And this hello, but the hello is awesome. Here you could put a human face. All right, yes. My goodness, I love it. New appointment. Oh wow. Oh, this is great. Another, yeah, same problem as before. Cardiology. Wow, this is great. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh my God, I wish it was like that actually. Should talk to the man and sell them this.
I made this one to talk to some hospital. I'm thinking to them, but of course after I take your comments and implement it, more I call.
You will go to visit a hospital and show them? Do you know anybody?
Abdullah Hafi inspired me with that. I was not going to.
You want to work together? Yes?
It's okay with me.
You can work together. Awesome. If you sell a chatbot, you get an A in the course.
If I sell
A chatbot to someone.
with a small amount,
Yeah, of course. It should be not 0.
I already have a deal right now.
You what? What?
Yes, I already sold it.
You have a deal?
Yes.
How much should we sell a chatbot for? I don't know.
No. It's not that question.
Wait a second. How much do you think they should sell the chatbot?
5
By how much do you think?
Thanks to Google.
Very good. You sell the chatbot by the value you provide, not your costs. That's the first thing, right? You look at the value you're providing, the savings you're doing, and you have 2 options here. One is the savings, the other is it's chatbot, you will be in the newspaper, la 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 la. You get it? Or a combination of both. So how much do you think they should sell it? Can we say the hospital name or no? What is it? Is it? Can we say the name or it's the big hospital?
The name is in the chatbot, but I don't know something. I'll share it.
No, it's fine. It's the big hospital.
It's not a hospital.
What?
Maybe that's it's something else.
Ah.
But he explained the idea.
Ah, sorry. Okay, I
I'll try
misunderstood.
it, I don't know why it's not working.
Okay, you will explain yours later. How much do you think they should sell the chatbot
So government hospital?
to a hospital? Yeah, if it was a hospital.
هم بياكلوا. ما بياكلوا.
No.
I was saying that they will not give so much.
We don't have
They
an
should give
idea.
a little.
I know. How much do you think you should sell?
Doctor,
Diwa.
you tell us please, because we don't have an idea. Tell us please.
There's an example, Diwa. So they bought a chatbot, the same, totally the same. $250.
That's a very good. That's called benchmarking. So you look at similar projects. Shudiwa, where are you from? From Mars? Shudiwa. Oh, I love disappointment. It's so painless, disappointment process. How much do you think is deserved this chatbot?
5
Which one? No, still not. Yeah, I have 3 months to.
No, her chatbot.
Our chatbot? No,
Is it
still in design.
Shama? Shai. AJ, yeah? Is your name AJ?
No, my name is Aisha. A-Y.
AY. Why you don't appear? Ah, now you appear. Al Shamsi. I think you deserve.
Yeah?
But you know, well, there's some mistakes.
No, there's no mistakes.
She did some. There were some
Because we go-
very big.
We go through a process.
But I feel like I really like it. 4.9. 4.9. It's a very good hook. With bonus. 4.9, really good. Awesome. Good job. You really got it.
We're trying to open yours on the hub. It doesn't open.
No,
Who's next?
mine is there, but I don't know what's happening.
Abdul Wahab.
No, down, the last one, the last one. Yes.
This one.
I'll choose.
Oh, the last one. You have another one. Is this your company? Abdul?
Sorry, it's not working. Why?
Well, that's a zero, eh?
No.
Show it next class. Somebody else wants to share a chatbot? Somebody else wants to share?
Wait.
Dr. Chatfield only works with Facebook
And Slack.
and Slack.
Slack.
Like, I want to ask about Dialog Flow.
I know it's important.
Dialog Fuel, I'm not familiar with it.
Dialog Flow.
Dialog Flow is from Google, I think.
You pasted to us as well. You shared it in class.
It's Rican. No, I don't know.
What about with.ai?
This is an old one, and I don't remember now .ai if it works directly so easily with Facebook. I don't remember now because it's a long time I don't. Oh, you can log in with Facebook. So look, probably yes. Probably you can integrate with Facebook. So
With.ai?
yeah. Do you wanna?
No, but your advice, doctor, the most powerful tool is what? So that we like improve ourselves in which tool? Chatfuel?
Okay, interesting now. So did we talk about Lean UX and prototyping and that you want to prototype as fast as you can? So when you design a new product, a typical mistake, everybody look at me, this is very important. A typical mistake we do and students do is I'm going to plan my chatbot, waterfall, right? I'm going to plan it, then I'm going to make it, I'm going to code it, and then I'm going to deploy it, and then after 1 year, oh, nobody wants this. And this happened so many times that some very smart people invented a thing called Lean UX. design thinking, human-centered design, prototyping, agile UX. All these methodologies say don't work in waterfall, because the quality of a product doesn't depend on how long you work, but it depends on how many times you ask the user if they like it. How many times you tested the market with the product. How many times you show it and they use it all. I don't know how to use it here. I don't like this color. So the more times you do this, showing and improving this cycle, the better. It's not about how hard you work or how much time you work. It's about how many times you do this cycle. Do you get it? And this is how you should work. That we don't teach you this here, but everybody works like this now. Customer-facing software. Make sense? Because it's been shown to be superior. And the companies that don't work like this, they die.
Will you provide an example?
We can do a whole lecture on this. It's one of the things I teach here. It's called Lean UX, so I can show it to you. Lean UX, if you want next day, we can do the Lean UX workshop, which is 2.5 hours basically, so if you want. But it's what I told you. And there are many tricks and ways to work on this. Let's see. Here is one of the workshops we usually do. Here it is. This is one I did in Barcelona, but done it many times. So basically it means that the quality of a product depends on the number of iterations, not how long you spend on each iteration. And you want to work like this. This is a famous chart. You have an idea. Aisha, you have an idea. Oh, we could use chatbots for my shop. I said this, right? You build you spend 30 minutes building it. You have a product. You show it to 10 people. Yeah?
Feedback?
Or you put a Google Ads, spend $10 and spam people that Google bias in a lane. $10. You do an experiment. You should think yourself doing an experiment. You should never think that you know what's going to happen. That maybe you now think that, oh, the hospital chatbot is going to be a success. No, that's silly. Test it with people and see what they think. Don't ask them. Observe their reaction. Don't ask them. Then you get data. Like 10 people, I spent $10 and I got 3 chats and one of them came to the shop and bought an abaya. Wow, that's data. And then you learn something. And then you ask the person, why did you come here? Oh, because I saw the chatbot, it was so funny that I thought I should come to see your funny abayas. Put more jokes in the next iteration, right? If that was what you learned. If you discover a hook, every day you will be a millionaire, okay?
Wow.
Does it make sense? But what you should not do at all is, let's do the chatbot, I think I have a feeling it's going to be great. And then I hire 3 Indians and 1 product manager and 1 linear, and after 1 year I have the chatbot, like, super awesome, but you never test it once with a real user. What's going to happen? It's going to be a disaster. So that's all. So when you have ideas like this one, your job is, as an engineer, is to minimize the cost of the experiment. And they also say, fail fast. Try to fail fast. You think that this is going to be a success? Try it. Make an experiment to check if that would be a success. What would be the the best test. Don't be afraid to get negative results. The fastest you get the negative results, the better. Right? Does that make sense? But that means a lot of things. That means not falling in love with your idea. Because there's this culture of, keep doing it, don't give up. And that's very nice when you are in the gym training. But it's silly when you are running an experiment. Like, okay, if it doesn't work, don't work, do something else. Don't, no, do something else. Does this make sense? Many people, this is another very famous slide, they think that to make a test, you need to build the whole experience. It's not true. You can make a fake chatbot that only takes appointments. You don't need to build the whole hospital chatbot. You can test it with a simple case of users.
I see people that interact. I see a lot.
Why not? What? Very good. So that's data. Question for you. If you need to build a car, which one would you build, A or B? You want to build a car? How would you build it? A, right? Who says A? Who says B? You said A. Okay. You said A.
I was with A, but then when I saw B options are better.
A. Why? Exactly.
In all cases you can write, you can go somewhere, but in A scenarios only at the end you can go.
And why is that important?
So that you don't stop, you are not like stuck in somewhere.
Maybe you will not
You
No.
can always proceed.
No.
Experience in all of them. You have the benefits and disadvantages of all.
You still have a product even if you stop.
Very good. So you can get feedback. Can you get feedback with a wheel? No. Okay. Because you can get feedback. It's the same, this slide means this. When you build on A, you spend a lot of time without getting feedback from the market. And the more time you spend, the more risk. Make sense?
This is a PowerPoint.
Yes. Why?
Is it available in Dropbox?
It's online in SlideShare. You want it?
If you don't mind, yeah.
Of course. Dropping it now. Here you have. You will find, if you Google MVP, Lean UX, Agile, you will find many presentations like this one. This is my favorite because I made it, but there are other ones. I didn't make it, my friend made it, Sajjad Kamal, I improved it.
To be accurate.
Yes, yes. He's from Elaine actually. He could come and give a talk one day. He's an entrepreneur. His company just failed. He was in Singapore and his company failed. And I'll send you the profile maybe very quickly. So there's a whole technology on how to do this thing fast. It's called prototyping. You know it? From where? Human computer. I show you this one, right? Good things are worth. You can do a paper prototype. So we did the workshop, right, Matar?
I do the class HCR.
You are in the class now?
The class HCR.
Did you take it with me? And you learn this prototyping? Good. Learn the same thing? So imagine many people build an app. They want to design an app. So you should never start coding the app. You should take a paper, draw the screens, and look at the flow of the users. That's the first thing. These are called paper prototypes. You can now do a low-level wireframe. In wireframe, you can use this new software called s1e6. And it's a bit like PowerPoint for screen out without pictures. There's a color that goes with this picture here. It's an iPhone. It's the screens of an iPhone. They have a thing called high fidelity prototypes. You can use all these apps that will make like a fake app, an app that looks like real, that you can send to your friends and they can use it, but it's all fake, buttons and fake everything. But you collect the data of where they get stuck, where the app confuses them. So my friend made this company called Just in Mind. Just in Mind. From all these ones, this one is the more sophisticated one.
So these tools help us to create
Fake apps. Fake apps that look real.
And they can download them or we send them the app.
You send them a link, they sit on the phone, you can show your phone.
And they try it and it shows they feedback.
And you can observe like where your app is confusing or boring. Excuse me? This is a desktop app that you can download. Like,
to create the app.
yeah, like for example.
Phone application. To show to your friends and get their feedback.
You learn this one? You can make everything with this one, yeah. Oh, it's download free now, finally. So this is, for example, Just in Mind. So Just in Mind, you can make this fake website by drag and drop elements and then publish it, show it to people and say, would you buy here? And see where they click and where they get confused. Like here, you see that?
And to make an application in Just in Mind, it's not, you don't have to pay for it.
It's free, it's free.
30 days only.
Well, they have to eat also.
Enjoy our 30 days.
But I can get you a free copy if you need it. I will call the CEO. He's from my same school.
Actually,
Yeah.
So you know we're at the same school? Me and Fatma, we're at the same school.
That's awesome. I'm waiting for Fatma's shop to appear.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. No, it's not shops. It's not into shops. Look at this. So you can make responsive websites automatically. But all fake and very quickly drag and drop to test the idea. Like, hey, do you think a website about cat food would work? I don't know, let's do it and show it to a few people and see what happens. You get it?
Yes.
This one is of all the prototyping tools, this offers the highest fidelity. The more fidelity means quality your prototype has, the more accurate the feedback is. This is a law. So if you need more, you don't need accuracy all the time. If you need more accuracy, you can use this. If you need less, you can use the other ones. Where are they? There we are. InVision, Marvel, Sketch, Photoshop, just all the other ones. InVision, Marvel is very good also. We use Marvel for the workshops. Did you use Marvel?
We focused on video prototyping.
Video prototyping, what is that?
Because we did a project.
You made a video, okay. No comment. Then you have functional prototypes. The purpose of a functional prototype is to test if the technology works. For example, if you want to make an online shopping website, you want to know, will the database work and everything will the driver get the message? That's the point.
What's the difference between an actual?
With the actual?
Difference between an actual website.
Right. Very good question. The functional prototype might have only some slides working, or a little. You want to test that if the technology would work. So you test the minimum case, one product, not 20,000 products. This is done with App Inventor, HTML, CSS directly, JavaScript. Make sense? You focus on that. these are the best for user research because it's almost like a real website. So different paper prototype. You saw paper prototype. You saw high fidelity prototypes, low fidelity prototypes. Each has a purpose. So when you want to test your chatbot, ChatFuel would be something like a low fidelity prototype. When you want to do it properly, you will do your own server with your own AI, or you would go premium for ChatFuel, so you can do you can own the data. Does it make sense? So right now,
because we have now limited, like the privileges, limited, like.
I understand. I got it. Yes. Got it? There's another thing called MVP. What's an MVP? MVP means minimum viable product. You want to do MVPs, Aisha. You want to do MVPs. I know. Look at me, this is important. You want to do MVP, not prototypes. MVP, that's what you want to do. MVP means test the business hypothesis. Is there a business here or not? Is there a business in doing a chatbot or not? Does it make sense? Here, because we are so focused on coding, if you girls don't code, you feel that you're not working. But this is wrong. You should focus on providing value. An MVP is the best way to provide value. And how do you test if you provide value? Is when people say, here's my email, I subscribe, I want to buy this. Or when you go to the hospital and the hospital say, yes, build this for us. That shows that there's a real interest. And that gives you a signal that, okay, let's spend more resources and money in this because there's a lot of demand. Yes. Does it make sense? But because to check the value, sometimes you don't need to code. You girls feel like, I'm not working. But no, it's not like that. Famous MVPs. The first Facebook version, 2006, 2007? 2007 was this. It was done in a few weekends. PHP, very simple. Groupon, do you know Groupon? Do you know this MVP, Dropbox? Dropbox, do you know Dropbox? What would you do as an MVP for Dropbox? Like, how do you test if people would like to buy Dropbox? What's the cheapest experiment you can run?
Last lecture we said that a video might help.
Well, that's exactly what they do. They did a video of a fake software, of a fake screen that was not working, but it looked like in the video was working. And they posted it somewhere, and they said, if you want to know when this is ready, put your email here. And 4,000 people put the email here. That's a very good data point. Another way to do MVPs is a Kickstarter campaign. Because people give you money, pledge real money. It's a real data point. They are interested. This means, okay, let's spend money doing this. Airbnb, are you familiar with Airbnb? No. Yes? What was the first MVP of Airbnb? It was an advertisement on Craigslist. Craigslist is a crappy website that everybody uses to buy second-hand things. But it's great. Craigslist. Does it make sense? An advertisement. They didn't spend 100,000 dirhams in building a prototype of a website because there's no need to do that at that stage. It's just a web. You know, the advertisement was, we have an airbed available because only for designers though, but la la la. And they thought nobody will want to share with the strangers a bed in the same room. But no, it worked. You get it? There was no need to make an ad. There was no need to, what's the cheapest way that I can test if there's demand in sharing debts in strangers' houses? Well, spend $100 in an advertisement and see what happens. Do you get it? Okay, so that's it. Another famous, do you know this one? You know it, Abdul? Palm Pilot? PDAs, this is a PDA. Before you were born, no, not before, but a long time ago, in 1997, this was, my friend got one of these and we were like, oh, I said, yeah, and it has the metro of Tokyo, so I know which station is the next one. Oh, yeah, it was awesome. I mean, awesome. So it was famous. This was the MVP. What was the MVP? It's a piece of wood where he stick a paper that looked like the product screen, and he carried, the inventor, Jeff Hawkins, he carried this for a whole week, pretending to use it. Like, oh, I want to make the grocery list. I'm in the supermarket, I'm going to retrieve the grocery list. And he said, thanks to this, he got the size right and everything, and the pen right. He knew he had to have a pen and stuff like that. He did not spend $30 million building it and then realizing, oh, no, it's too big, damn it. Or, you get it? Another famous MVP. Do you know this one? It's made by, this is the first, the Honda motor, motor bicycle, motorbike. He's the wife of Mr. Honda, Soichiro Honda. He asked him, he was complaining like, I have to go to the market with a bicycle every day, and I'm tired. Why don't you make something, buy me a car? But he or something, I don't know what he said. But the guy was a mechanic, so he put a motor in the bicycle. And then the wife.
It's basically woman ID.
Saudi Arabia. Actually, yes, I think so. Probably yes.
Thank you, Reza.
And then the neighbors, the jealous wives. Okay. They start telling their husbands, I want a bicycle like Mr. Honda. So the husbands went to his house and they said, I want to buy a motorbike. So he started the Motor Honda company near Tokyo. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Anyway, some story like that. But the wife prototyped the product. It was a success. You can think of this as an MVP, but it was a full functional prototype. But he didn't start a motorbike company first. He did a small prototype for the wife. And then they did cars. Another famous example of, what is this? What is this?
They made the car first and nobody bought it
Yeah, how do you know that?
because 3 years to make the engine epic fail.
Oh, you're reading. Very good. This is the first car that Toyota made. It's called the AA. It was a copy of the Chrysler Airflow or one of those. They copy. It looks like exactly like the Chrysler Airflow. If you're interested, you can read more about this in my book about Toyota. This car was a bad example of what not to do, because Toyota spent 3 years. He thought, Mr. Toyota, they were making looms, you know, the things that make clothes. They became very wealthy and rich. The father sent the kid to London to sell one patent, And the guy was in London, and he saw all the cars in London. I said, oh my God, this is the future, because in Japan was less developed at the time. And he told his family, we need to get into cars. We need to get into cars. This is the future. Let's build cars. And the family, no, it's very expensive. We need to build cars. Anyway, they spent 3 years trying to build a gasoline engine. 3 years. It's crazy. And then they build it. 3 years. See, they buy an American car, they put it apart, and they try to copy the engine. 3 years. And they bought very expensive measuring instruments. Because they thought, and then they said there's going to build this very luxury car that all the government officials will use. I say, yeah, sure. So they build this. If you look inside, it has leather. You can put your feet like in a bar, and there's a leather, very nice. And then they went to sell it, and it turns out that this expensive car. Very bad, right?
So they didn't do MVP.
They didn't do MVP, and they wasted a lot of money. A lot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Why? They were overconfident, like, oh yes, they will want this. Well, no, it didn't happen. They should have prototyped more.
Talking about the prototypes or the versions of the early applications, are they the same as we call it the beta, alpha?
There's a thing called a beta and an alpha. Alpha is like in software, alpha means not ready for anything.
Yeah.
Beta is when it's more ready, and you can send it to your friends to test it. Alpha, you cannot send it to your friends.
Are they classified, or we can classify them as MVPs or as the...
No, it's a very specific language of geeks for software only.
Alphas for your coworkers.
Like, yeah, internal version, not safe to give to your friends. Beta, yeah, beta.
Very, very early.
I give you a beta. Check my beta.
Yeah, exactly.
Many software, many websites, you will see beta version. But it's not a beta version, it's bullshit. It's the release product. But they keep saying beta because it's kind of safe to say, it's not ready yet, but you can try it.
Yeah.
If you're interested, you can read also these books, UX for Lean Startups and Minimum Viable Products. It's very interesting. Okay, anyway, super important to learn how to work with this. After this, we usually do a workshop that we can do next day, where we teach you the business model canvas. Business model canvas is like the business plan, but visual. And it's a very important tool, because if you don't understand the business, how can you? And then we do user personas. User personas are fictional characters that help you, that represent the user and help you gain more empathy for the user, because you put, you print it, and I'm designing for this person. And when you have a discussion, you have it here, and you say, yeah, that, do you think Janet will like it? And then there's you use Marvel app to show you how to use these collaborative tools like Just in Mind, Marvel app, to do quickly design and iteration using design thinking principles. That's it. That's super useful. So you should apply the same to your chatbots. The MVP ideology.
Regarding sketching.
Yeah.
Like the great applications and great softwares, do they really start from sketching? Or like it depends on the developer or the program?
Very good question. What do you mean? Like, if all the great applications?
Sketching means on papers. How?
Oh. Oh yeah, definitely.
They start from.
I think you are in a bus and you have a great idea.
Yeah, but sketching is one of the phases, because before I designed my chatbots, I was planning to first sketch it, to imagine the whole idea. But then I said, oh no, this is like a very old way. No, let's
You should,
start immediately.
oh no, you should definitely use a, that would be the equivalent of a paper prototype for a chatbot, sketch the flow.
Yeah.
And you would use Post-its, that I always carry Post-its in my pocket, as you can see. And you would make a flow of topics and da. Yeah, definitely. You should just, don't be ashamed of sketching. Awesome, so that would be a paper prototype for chatbots, yeah? There are tools to prototype chatbot. I met an Italian guy, he has a website called Chatbot Society, where you can prototype a video of a conversation to show. It's crazy. Let's check if the site is still alive. Society. We met in San Francisco in a hacker house. Yeah, still alive. Automate your support chat. Hold on. Chatbot Society. It's chatbotsociety.io, excuse me. Yeah, that's it. This is it. Oh, you can design Alexa skills. So, you could use this, but don't get distracted by the tech. If you can do an MVP with a phone call, like calling Tisalat or do and say, hey, I have a chatbot, do you want it? That's my, you say, yes, that's your MVP. You get it? Make sense? Awesome! Well, after this parenthesis of 30 minutes, that was very...
So you didn't tell us what is the estimated cost of selling a chatbot.
So I'm going to give you the trick how to do that, how you price, right? So you would look at other projects and see how much they sold it. How do you know?
You have to have relation.
You can Google, you can ask your friends that buy things in the purchase departments, you can call the companies, call Accenture and say, I need a chatbot, pretend you're older, and say, I need a chatbot for my university, how much would it cost? And you will get a quote. So call a few companies.
It's the same code for you.
MVP, right? You get it? And there's many ways to get how much does it cost. More, you want to know more or less, is it 1 million dirhams or 100,000 dirhams? And then you price whatever you want to price yourself. But if you sell it, you have to deliver it. Be careful. Do you have to make it? But then you call me, it's okay. All right? I say, no, it's only to get an A, sorry, bye.
No, actually, this is not the purpose. Actually, the purpose is that we want, like, to feel that we are really doing something, that we are doing something dynamic that really helps, you know, see our effects of our study in practice. Not only theory, not only research.
That makes me happy. Awesome. So, Lean UX, if you want to do the full workshop next day, we can do it because we saw the slides already. You know, you have the content more or less, and the workshop will help you hands-on experience, which is very useful. And that would take 1 hour, 2 hours, basically. We can do the workshop if you want. We'll talk about this later.
Workshop will be about what?
The prototyping. It's more about prototyping apps, but it's so, I think it's so useful. Like, it changes how you work, and it will save you so much money wherever you work.
That will be our next lecture, or it will be a different?
It can be part of something, but if you're interested, we can do it. It's just an option. You can watch videos online, like, talk it later. Okay, good. Anybody else wants to show a chatbot? No? Okay, next day. Abdul, you wanted to say something about your chatbot?
No, I don't know why it's not working, but it's fine.
Well, what is it about? Tell us.
It's about the government organization.
Yeah.
It's civil defense. You have heard about civil defense, firefighting services.
Yeah, Khaled. There's a guy called Khaled. He graduated from here.
Khalid is from Dubai Police.
Ah, okay. And
and they had a problem. That is one of the standards of the TRA, the communication between the organization and the customer. So I think the chatbot is like 50% of the solution, 24/7, like answering questions, providing some data. So and most questions are about the license, about the emergency numbers. It's like that.
So how are you going to sell it? Like a cost reduction option or like a marketing enhancing option or both?
Call center, replacing call center. And you get frequently asked questions, you
This
Or increase the level of service because some people are shy and as we said they prefer to
yes, I think it's increasing the services.
increase the quality of the service, the perception of the quality of the service.
Yes.
That's great. That's how I think that's how you should sell it. Like your customers your brand will go up because of the chat. That's the best way to sell something.
Yes, that's right.
Good. Because then you will talk to the marketing department. The marketing department is the ones who spend money in the company. You always want to talk to the marketing department because they have a lot of money and they waste it on advertisement. You don't want to talk to the purchase department because these guys are used to squeeze.
Yeah.
Whenever you can, talk to the marketing guy. Try to make the sale through the marketing guy. Does this make sense?
If he is
The marketing job is to spend money. The purchase is to spend, but they are so tight.
Right.
And they will see you as a cost, not as a value. Do you get it?
No, as a value.
I know, that's why you should talk to the marketing department whenever you can.
Because
Awesome.
there are some indicators to be meeting balance.
Perfect. Well, show us next time, yeah? When is the break?
no.
Now? Okay, let's have a break.